Last fire will rise. Last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. Immortal fear. That voice so clear.
Hello YouTubers, so today I wanted to bring you a video about a sort of a mini board game that I picked up. Now, some of you may have, a while back, seen an episode that I did about Gizmo's Great Escape. It's this tiny little board game sort of thing. It's more kind of like a mini board game, really, by the I think it was by the company, by NECA, I believe. That makes a lot of, movie memorabilia, stuff like that. It's just a quick little game, but it was a lot of fun. The same people who brought you that game also created a Freddy vs. Jason Forest of Fear board game. And it's by the same, this particular one is by the same company that brings you also Hero Clicks and even more specifically Horror Clicks. The Freddy and Jason pieces were actually used once before in Horror Clicks, but they also kind of repurposed it for this game. So what this game is you get 3 Jason figures, and you get 3 Freddy figures. I'll show pictures of those. You also get just a mini little board. It's just like a sheet of paper, basically, but in addition to that, you get a bunch of what's called victim tokens. So this, similar to to the Gizmo's Great Escape, it's not really like a full fleshed out board game. It's very much just a mini game that'll take you maybe a half an hour to get through the whole game. But basically, what you do is it's two players, 1 versus 1. Each of you chooses either to be Freddy or to be Jason. And you're actually each of you is gonna use all 3 of your figures of whichever horror icon it is you chose. Now, the basic idea is you're going to start on opposite corners of the board, and as you go along, each time you get to the next round, you will draw a path tile. There's a bunch of those as well. You shuffle them up when you begin the game. You draw a path tile, and basically what you're going to try to do is to make connecting paths. So each time it's your round, you connect a path, and you can move 1 space. You're going to try to make connecting paths to get your character to the victims. So you want to collect as many of the victims as you can. Once you've gotten to them, that means your character has killed them. Because you're Freddy or you're Jason, so obviously that's their MO. The game happens in 3 rounds, hence the 3 figures. And it's just the same thing each round. You reset the board, reshuffle the pieces, and you try to make the path again to get to the next 3 victims. Whoever at the end of those 3 rounds, 3 rounds, hence the 3 figures of Freddy and Jason, whoever at the end of those 3 rounds has gotten the most victims, has killed the most victims, is the winner. I played this one time got a chance to play this with one of my one of my gaming group members. He's equally a horror nut as much as I am. And it's a lot of fun. It's a real quick game. Like I said, it maybe takes you, maybe not even a half an hour, honestly, to get through all 3 rounds. It's very quick. It's not a full, fleshed out, complicated board game, but it's still a lot of fun. It's one that, maybe you'd play in between other, longer, more complicated board games. But it was a lot of fun. It's definitely one, if you're a horror fan, I recommend you pick it up, because it's a neat little thing. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. And the miniatures alone are awesome, so even they are just worth it as a collector's item. Okay, thank you, YouTubers. Have a nice day.
Change